Hey everyone, so today's video is just a simple, easy video. Okay, not like nothing too crazy, it's just like a simple sit down and list a few favourites of mine. Okay, so I've done a few videos where I just sit down and list a few of my favourite things. Sometimes it's like the favourite things of the month, sometimes it's favourite things from a collection of things that I have, such as my favourite makeup products. But today's video is on my favourite mobile games. Because if you are anything like me, you probably struggle to find games that are actually enjoyable and ones that you want to stick to playing. See, my problem is that I get bored way too easily of games and just kind of stop playing them after a day or two because I can't stick to them. I just can't. So today's video is just like my 5 favourite games that I have on my phone. All of them are free. There are, of course, in-app purchases, but they don't affect the gameplay too much. They're more like getting additional coins or things like that. Okay, so the first one I have mentioned before a few times, it is Love, Nikki Dress Up Queen. It is honestly just it's what it sounds like. It is a dress up game and you have to complete certain levels, gain skills, and you have like a big wardrobe. You can dress up your characters you like. There's associations where you can talk to other people and do group challenges or things like that. There are shops in the game so you can buy your character clothes or backgrounds or decor. It's an all-around fun game. It feels like it's got a slightly older fan base. Yeah, I think the general age is like 20s maybe, so it's not actually like a kid's game. It does have a quite mature fan base, even though the game is kid friendly. But yeah, I've been playing it for well over a year now. I don't know the exact time, but I love it. It's like a daily thing. I go on it every day. Highly recommend Love, Nikki. Okay, so the second game on my list is Homescapes. You've probably seen this game mentioned on Facebook and advertisements a lot. It is a puzzle-based game. So all you have to do is complete a level. You'll get stars after completing a level, and then those stars will help you decorate the house. It's very fun. It is very frustrating though. I find that with frustrating games I usually give up very easily because I get too angry. Like I rage quit a lot, but I find that because this game is so addictive that even that frustration I will push through it and I will complete the level even if it takes me days, which it does. Sometimes it'll take days to complete the level for me, but I just push through it and I love it. It is such a fun game. Okay, so the third game in my list is Disney Sansom. So again, it is one of those puzzle-based games where you've got to connect characters. It's not like the switchy ones like Homescapes. This one is more like you've got to draw a line and connect all of the same characters. So of course my initial reaction to the game was that it was incredibly adorable, and because it is a Disney game I fell in love because I am a huge fan of Disney and everything Disney related. And as if the Disney characters weren't adorable enough, the Sansoms are just ridiculously cute, and they're somehow even cuter than the actual characters are, which I didn't think was possible, but it is such a cute game. It's really fun. It's not too hard. It's not like a frustrating game. It's actually kind of calming. Each character you can select has a different skill. So if you choose a certain character, they may get rid of all the Sansoms in the middle, or they may get rid of a line of Sansoms, or they will change Sansoms to like one particular one. So they all have different skills and you can choose which one you want based on skill, based on cuteness, based on favourite characters, whatever you want to do. Okay, the fourth one is Real Racing 3. So I've never played the first two. I have no idea what they're like, but I am addicted to Real Racing 3. So it is a racing game, obviously. You get given cars, you race can race against other players, and honestly all you have to do is try and win. and it's just such a fun game, and the more you play, the more you get. Each time you progress a little bit, you will get certain coins, certain achievements, and they all will help with you getting new cars and progressing through the levels. If you're a fan of racing games, then I highly recommend it. It is so fun. Final game I will be mentioning today is Subway Surfers. Now I'm sure you've heard of Subway Surfers. It was a huge game back in the day, but if you were not familiar with Subway Surfers, it's one of those kind of temple run games where you run and you run as far as you can and try not to get caught. So there's no end to the game, you just go as far as you can and try to get a higher score than last time. Something that's really good about Subway Surfers is that the updates of the game all take place in a different country, so there are characters of many different religions and cultures and nationalities, and they even have a few other characters as well, but each character is really unique and has something to do with its city that it's from, and it's a very fun game. But it's a super fun game. You don't need Wi-Fi for it, so you can play it when you're just bored sitting on the train or sitting on a bus or sitting. But yeah, it is a game that is really fun to play when you're really bored and have nothing else to do. So those are my 5 favourite mobile games. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment in the comments below what your experience with any of these games are. If you have different favourite games, if you don't like any of these games, or if you've just tried them out and actually like them. Subscribe if you're new and want to stay updated, and remember to click that bell button so that you're notified whenever I post new content. Yeah, that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye!